Jim Rustman, I'm a regional agency director here. I've been with Symmetry since April 2017. In my prior career, I was a 15-year law enforcement, so that's what I used to do. To be honest with you, my dad passed away at a young age, and I kind of knew this would be a path maybe I'd go down. But, I was in law enforcement for 15 years, kind of got dragged down, and it just wasn't a good environment. Had a couple of kids at that time, and really just was looking for something different and looking at something that I wasn't sure, what it would be. So I found it on ZipRecruiter. It was a cold market. Really didn't believe in it at first, and it was just something that, I had a 2-hour conversation with an upline and a mentor, and from there it was me doing a little bit more research, me making sure this was real, because I didn't believe it. I truly didn't think this was a place that you can make the money you make. The stuff that was there was real. So I just went deep in and actually put my gun and badge up on my sheriff's desk and quit. And I had no backup plan. Didn't even tell my wife. So that's kind of my story in the beginning. Yeah, so actually in the beginning, I'll just be honest with you guys, and I'll just tell you, in the beginning, this didn't work. I came in with a really big ego, a personality that I was on the sheriff's department. I knew what I was doing, field training officer. I knew all that stuff. And the biggest thing I was in my own way. I wasn't on conference calls. I never really talked to my mentor, didn't follow those directions, and really didn't follow the things that she asked me to do. I almost gave up. 30 days in, I called her and I said, what am I doing wrong? And she explained what I did. So the biggest mind shift is me understanding that it's okay to fail, and it is okay to ask people questions. Ask those people who are above me those questions that really matter. And that was a big turning point for me. Is I went to a boot camp and really was, one of, I think, 100 agents that was there. I sat with Kishore Monteith, and that's where I met Brian Delaney. That's where I met Casey Watkins, Brandon Ellison, Marshall Whalen. And I was out of my comfort zone. And I went up to each person, got their phone number. And from there, that's kind of the relationships that have been built from that. So the biggest thing I think they would miss is the struggle, where I'm at, where I started and where I'm at today. This isn't the easiest business in the world. Making $5,000 a month, now to making $30,000, $40,000 a month, you're missing that. The time that it took to build that, and also really the mental struggle that I went through to overcome the objections with other family members telling me I couldn't do this, and also just life in general. So the biggest thing I think that I wish I would have known in the beginning is to build early, no matter if it's talking to your family, but bringing this out to more people and not making it kind of like a skeezy type of way, but understanding that structure of, hey, why not? And really, I think that's probably the biggest thing, and honestly getting out of my own way and letting people do their own thing. So the biggest thing for leadership is culture. That's my belief. I think if you have leadership, you have culture in your organization. And with us, leadership is trying to help everybody, making sure they're on the right foot, and making sure that they're guiding themselves in the direction that they're supposed to be guiding themselves in. I didn't have leadership when I first started here. I was new to it. My type of leadership before was getting yelled at every day, that type of stuff. Here, it's comfort, it's an understanding that we're family, and that's how it is. I've known Brian since I started in this company. And to be honest with you, the day that I met him at the UHL office was the day that he told me I could do this business. No matter the different hierarchy I was in, before, to what it is now. And the conversation we had over a year and a half ago was the definition of why I'm here today, because he believed in me. He believed in my family, and he believed that I can do this and build something bigger than anybody else could build. And he really likes, for me, honestly, the connection with my wife and his wife, taking the time to sit on Zooms with us, when she was pregnant, no matter what. And it really was just, I got that feeling of just this is true. This is somebody who wants me to be successful. So why is this worth being a part of? I've been on 18 different trips with Symmetry, out of the country, inside the country, with all different types of people. I used to make $980 every 2 weeks. I can make that very quickly now here. My wife is retired from teaching. She's a stay-at-home mom with her 4 kids, and that's what's brought me success. And then really another thing is, I see my kids go to school every day. I'm at home when they come home. I can be a coach to my daughter, and I can really understand that what I was missing before, I have it now. So if you're stuck and you don't know kind of where we're at or what this is about, I would tell you here, take 2 minutes, watch a couple of videos, understand that this is a company that wants you to be successful. Even if you can't sell, we teach you. And we also teach you how to become a leader, how to become somebody different than you currently are, and make a better version of yourself. And ultimately, if you take those steps and you listen, you ask a lot of questions, you don't hold yourself in, you will be 100% successful here. All I can tell you is, why not join us? Because this is the best place ever, and it's gonna be one of the most amazing experiences you ever have.